Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Small Screen Star Wars. As always, I am Julian Musha. I'm joined by Rachel Wilkinson.
Hi.
And we're going to be talking about the latest animated series from Lucasfilm Animation, Maul Shadow Lord. I'm not going to lie, I feel like it's a clunky name.
Really?
I don't love the Shadow Lord piece of it.
I don't know.
I would have been just fine with Maul.
I'm like Maul Shadow Lord. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't mind it. I like it.
It's just a personal thing.
Fair enough. I only have like one nitpick for like the whole first two episodes.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well. Actually,
You probably have
I
more.
don't know if I remember writing down anything that was like particularly nitpicky, but I do have thoughts. Obviously,
Yeah.
We're going to cover the first two episodes. I'll also talk about the release order. We got news for that, as well as the announcement for season 2.
Perfect.
We'll frame up the episode. We'll get into some overall thoughts. Then we'll dive into a scene-by-scene recap, as we always do. If this is your first time joining us on Small Screen Star Wars, welcome. As the name implies, we cover Star Wars on the small screen. And it's been an interesting, I guess, year and a bit, basically.
Yeah.
The output from Disney has really declined. There hasn't been a animated series from Lucasfilm Animation, which was like just pumping stuff out left and right.
Right.
After the Bad Batch ended, and that was like not this January, the January before, I want to say.
Man,
like
it doesn't
January
even feel like that long ago, but yeah, I
2024.
guess so. Hey,
2025.
2025. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Or was it even before that? Like it feels like a long time.
Yeah.
We had Tales of the Underworld that came out before
Right.
that. And it's funny, this show really feels like what that show kind of
Yes.
was like, should have
Yes.
been.
100%.
It, like, at least in concept. So that
Yeah.
we'll get into that a little bit. And we know that the next live action show is Ahsoka season 2. We have Mandalorian and Grogu hitting theaters
Yeah.
next month,
Yeah.
I think. We'll cover that too,
Good.
even though it's not on the small screen. It started there, so I feel like we're allowed.
Yes.
And then after that, I mean, we have they're done shooting, or they're currently shooting. I think they wrapped up shooting on the Starfighter movie, right?
I think it's
the Ryan
wrapped.
Gosling
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. I'm excited for that one. Yeah.
Did you watch Project Hail Mary?
No.
It's very good.
That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah.
I haven't been to
A lot of
movie
Star
in
Wars
ages.
connections there,
Oh, okay.
because
yeah,
it's directed by Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
okay.
They were originally the directors of Solo, a Star Wars story,
Right. and then-
before they were kicked off
Right.
in that whole situation.
Gotcha.
Turns out they're pretty good, and that
All
movie's
right.
and Project Hail Mary is really, really, really good. It's very fun. It's got a perfect roller coaster. It's got all the things that you want. It's got humor, action, suspense, a cute alien.
Ooh. I'm assuming Ryan Gosling is great in it.
Yeah, he's the cute alien. Just kidding. He's,
No.
and Ryan Gosling, who's of course again the other connection is that he's the next star of Star Wars
Yeah.
in for the next movie.
I just feel like he's been just killing it lately.
He's-
Everything he's been in, he's just been.
Everything he touches, he's a real
Yeah.
Midas,
Yeah.
King
Good,
Midas
yeah,
situation.
good golden boy these days, but.
Although maybe not King Midas. Isn't that like a whole cautionary tale?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So whatever.
All of those are.
His things are turning to gold. Just as long as not everything is turning to gold, I'm sure it'll be
Yes.
fine. What's the tale? He turns his wife into gold, and that's the
Something like that.
something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know.
If you haven't seen Project Hail Mary, recommend it. Very fun. If you liked The Martian, you'll like this. Same author, all that stuff. Andy Weir. Okay. That's enough dilly-dallying. Oh, I should mention, if you want to help support the show, the way that you do so, there's a couple options. Head over to our website, towerofbabel.ca. It's BABBLE. And you'll find a lot of different things. You'll find the main show, the Tower of Babel podcast. You'll find this stuff. You'll find a link to our Patreon, patreon.com/towerbabblecast, where you can support the show for $5 a month. Get access to our monthly film clubs. This last month we did Slapshot. We did something new where we did a full commentary track on it. So we were also talking about like what are the best hockey movies. Do you have a favorite hockey movie?
Ooh, a favorite hockey. Well, it's got to be Mighty Ducks.
I also think it's Mighty Ducks. I
Specifically
think that's good too, right?
D3.
D3?
I don't know. D2?
I think it's D2.
D2. That's what it is. D2 Mighty Ducks.
Don't tell me. You tell me which is your
it's got to be Mighty Ducks. Like that's so nostalgic.
What about Goon?
Goon was great. That was going to be my second one. I was like, Goon was really good too.
Okay.
But when I think of hockey movies, those are kind of like only the two I really think of.
We had a listener pop into the chat when we were doing it and said that, oh, by the way, we do this live, Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah, come hang out.
And hit subscribe, and then when we go live, you'll get notified. We'll probably shoot for Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
But we'll see, I guess. We'll play it by ear. Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesdays, I feel like too soon. But again, it'll be within that window. So again, subscribe and you can come join the chat room and join the conversation. What was I saying? What was I talking about?
You said someone popped into your chat for...
Oh, they said that Miracle on Ice is the best. That's the one with like the Americans beat the Russians.
What about Cutting Edge?
I don't know that one.
It's not a hockey movie. It's the one where the hockey player has to turn into a figure skater for some reason.
Oh. Well, I mean, it's kind of a hockey movie.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what the whole thing is. He gets injured, can't play hockey anymore.
So he turns into
a figure skater.
Oh, that's fun.
So he can like go to the
Olympics.
It's
like a rom-com?
Yeah, there's like a couple versions of it at this point now.
Maybe you're more of a heated rivalry person that's your...
Maybe, yeah. Heard it's great. Have not seen it, but...
I've seen bits of it. Sam was watching it.
Gotcha.
So we watched... There's not a lot of hockey in that show.
That's what I hear.
There's not a lot of hockey. Slapshot though also doesn't have a lot of hockey, but a lot more than even that.
Yeah.
Like 8-hour show had.
But that's fun though, so people could technically put the movie on and have you guys in like one ear.
That's the idea. We get a little countdown. We say 1, 2, 3, play.
Cute.
And then you can play it along, listen along.
That's fun. And that's you and Matt for everyone.
Yes.
Who maybe turned
not you.
Not me, but.
Yeah, you could if you want to.
I showed up.
We're going to do Taxi Driver next month. That's going to be a more traditional
that's a good,
movie experience, like review.
That's, what's his name? Who's the main guy in Taxi Driver? Robert De Niro, right?
Robert De Niro,
yeah.
A young De Niro.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I've never seen it, so that'll be a fun one.
Yeah.
A classic. Another, you know what? It celebrates 50 years. It was released in 1976.
Wow.
That movie. So
I didn't realize that movie was that old.
Sometimes
there's so many movies where I think I'm like, yeah, that probably came out in the 90s, but
yeah. Slapshot was 77.
What?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Well, Star Wars is 77. Bringing it back all the way around.
I mean, I knew that, but I had for some reason I thought Slapshot was like late 80s.
No,
like
super 70s. Like oh yeah. Okay, so let's get into the Maul of it all.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal. This is the first 2 episodes dropped on Monday. They're doing an interesting release schedule here.
Yeah, I see that.
It's 10 episodes long, the season, which is good, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
They're releasing 2 episodes a week. So April 13th will be chapter 3 and 4.
Oh, okay.
April 20th will be 5 and 6. 27th will be 7 and 8. And then May 4th, Star Wars Day, will be...
I like that.
Chapter 9 and 10. I wonder if there'll be anything bonus, if it'll just be like... Because normally on the Star Wars Day, they release...
True.
One of the tales of whatever.
Yeah,
right?
That's true. There could be
but
something in between. But no, I like that.
I don't know.
I think because they're shorter episodes, like I like that they double up.
I think that was my assumption also. Is like they heard the feedback, which is like, yeah, we like the stuff, but like tuning in once a week for a 22-minute episode is like pretty rough. So they're like, okay, well, we'll fix it up and we'll do 2 episodes. So
I like that.
I like that instead of just doing a 5-episode season with 1 hour
I guess you could have just also done
or
that.
40-minute episodes, whatever. Anyway,
whatever. I don't know. That works for my general schedule. That was the only thing I was a little concerned about. I'm like, man, how many weeks is this going to go for? Because I'm having a baby again. As for those of you who do or do not know,
right?
In the summertime, so hence why if you tune in, I might look thicker than usual.
Well, I can't see your stomach.
I mean my face.
Oh,
it's more my face right now.
I didn't notice. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I was like, I have a little bit thicker than usual friends. That's why you don't need to worry about me.
Yeah, no, I don't. I hope no one's commenting on your body. It's very uncouth.
Honestly, all of our listeners are pretty good, so I've never had an issue.
Right. there's the rare person who jumps in and starts asking really weird questions, but
we haven't had that in a long time.
we
though.
usually ignore it.
And that usually only happened on the YouTube.
That's true.
Chat that we don't really look at anymore. So,
well, we still can see it. Okay. Also on the Maul front in the news, there is other Star Wars news, but I think maybe we'll get to it next week if we get time. There's nothing really crazy. Season 2 of Maul was announced also, so there will be a second season, which is, I guess, good. I'm still not sure how I fully feel about this show yet. But we're only 2 episodes in.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's frame this up. When is this show set?
All right. I was trying to figure this out just on my own. This has to be obviously pre-Rebels.
Yes.
Post Order 66,
yes,
obviously.
Uh-huh.
But it feels earlier. I would say it's within 5 years of the Clone Wars.
I think that's fair. I would think maybe less than that. I think it's probably within 2 years of the Clone Wars.
It's so hard, though, because at one point Lawson makes some comment about, laser sword. I haven't seen one of those since the Clone Wars. And
right,
anytime someone says something like that, it feels like the Clone Wars were, a long time ago.
Right, but
I guess it could
the
be
time
2
between
years.
the Clone Wars and the Empire's around for what? 20 years or something like that?
Yeah.
It's not that long.
Yeah.
So it's like...
I was trying to pinpoint because I thought maybe because at one point they mentioned the ISB. I was so I looked up, I'm like, oh, when was the ISB created? And it was immediately. So I was like, oh shit, that doesn't even help.
Here's the thing, this is a mid-rim world that they're on.
Yeah.
And
I keep wanting to say it's Ferrix, but it's Janix.
Janix.
Yeah.
Not Javex.
Yeah.
But Janix. Janix, new world they invented for the show.
I was also trying to figure out in terms of the Solo movie. Do you think this is pre-Solo movie?
This is before
or
Solo.
After? Do you think? Because
wait, they talk about his syndicate.
Because in Solo, he's kind of running Crimson Dawn.
That's
isn't
true,
he?
actually.
So is this post Solo then? But it's what has happened in between. I guess we're gonna figure that out.
So this is it's they kind of say quote, all you really need to understand is that there's a story about a guy who's been wronged by a bunch of people and who wants payback.
Well, yeah.
That's head writer Matthew Mitchnevitz.
But it's when does this wrong happen? Is he going to gain back these crime syndicates or has he lost them already? And when does Solo fit into this? Because he is kind of part of Crimson Dawn at that point.
So I guess in theory, he could have been in control of Crimson Dawn and then lost it.
Yeah.
And then, so here's what I think happened. I think that's and then now is going to take back control because when he was running
Death Watch
out of Mandalore, that he was able to take control of those crime syndicates.
Yes, yeah. That's why I thought it was kind of within there, but yeah.
But then Order 66 happens, he's captured, and then he escapes following Order 66. And I think this must pick up shortly after that. He goes and recollects Rook and some of his acolytes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because he's got the Death Watch still there. So I'm like, okay, they're still hanging with him. So, or still loyal for because reason.
Of how old Han is in Solo, I think this needs to be further up
you think?
in the timeline.
Okay.
So this is probably I don't know how many BBYs this would be.
Yeah,
this would be
know.
I don't know, 15 BBY, 16 BBY, something like that. That's my guess. What?
So we think
BBY
post Clone Wars or post Order 66 pre Solo movie. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously pre Rebels.
So Solo it happens and then Rebels. Yeah, so Maul Shadow Lord is set 18 BBY. So I was pretty close.
Oh, so they already told us when it's set?
I don't know. I assume this is somewhere. It got it out of this. It's hard to trust an AI overview, but that's what
the early dark times of the Empire's reign.
And because again, it's 8. I'm also assuming because it's a mid-rim world that the Empire doesn't fully control yet.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's then they have to still be expanding their sphere of influence.
Yeah,
right.
That makes sense.
So 18 BBY. Empire is still new, relatively. Despite what people might frame how long ago the Clone Wars was 2 years ago.
That's one of my things. I'm like, stop saying it like that.
Yeah,
it's been eons.
They talk. I mean, maybe time feels like it goes by a lot slower in this because there's
true.
so many things happening all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so season 2's been announced. This is at 18 BBY. There is, I don't think, like, there's some like tie-in comics and stuff like that. I have not read any of the tie-in comics. I really like to just like concentrate on it as a show. I did do some reading. I did not finish all of it. I did some light reading on StarWars.com about the making of. They've got some behind-the-scenes facts from episode 1 and 2.
Okay.
I'll bring them up as they go. But I will mention, because episode 1 takes place entirely on Janix. Janix is the new world that they created just for the series. It's designed to be like Gotham City.
It is very like
kinda
dark, and at first I wasn't paying attention, I guess, the first time I watched. And I was like, is this like underworld of Coruscant? But then I was like, no, it's not like fancy enough.
It's not
to
fancy
look like
enough. It's a mid-rim
Coruscant,
planet, largely beneath the Empire's notice. The world features a large metropolis built into an ancient crater surrounded by a vast, overgrown jungle.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is a cool idea. Rook cast returns, voiced by Vanessa Marshall, the voice of Harrison Dula. She was introduced in Darth Maul, Son of Dathomir, the tie-in comic of the Time Comics, which was based on the unproduced scripts for Star Wars: The Clone Wars. She made her on-screen debut in Clone Wars Season 7, Old Friends Not Forgotten. She's got a really cool mask, helmet. We also have 2 other Dathomirian characters. Don't get them confused with Maul. They're different.
That is cool. I feel like we haven't seen any
Brothers?
of these other guys around for a while.
Yeah, so Night Brothers are like how you have the Night Sisters and the Night Brothers. The males are like raised to like serve the women in Dathomirian culture.
Because they're not witches.
Yes, they're just dudes. They're just a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, apparently they just use them to mate, is what I've heard.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So Maul has a crew of 2 Dathomir Night Brothers and Mandalorian Super Commandos, which is like, Super Commandos is such a cool term. I can't really get over that. And they mention here 2 factions with deep ties to Maul's history. So obviously, again, he's Dathomirian.
Yeah.
He was like bought by Sidious as a child. And then, so he has like, it's his home world.
Yeah.
And then the Super Commandos, because obviously he was in charge of Mandalore for a while. And Death Watch.
So I guess, does that mean that when the Separatists went in there, that to, kind of obliterate the Night Sisters, they just didn't bother with the men?
I think, maybe not. They're not really like the priority. Like,
yeah, I guess not.
It was really
kind of like they're separate. Like they're on the other side of the planet.
I think so. And also, it was primarily Sith. Sidious's whole deal was he didn't want the threat of the Night Sisters because they had the Force magic.
Yeah, because they were after
really about
Dooku and stuff at that point, so he was all pissed. Yeah, fair enough.
The soldiers in this series wear a TDF. That's what the
I looked that up.
What's it called? The
Arabesh.
Arabesh is, and that stands for
Defense Force.
Yeah, Tactical Defense Force, which is cool as hell. A special unit of the Janix Civil Defense, the organization that oversees all law enforcement and peacekeeping on the planet. So important to note, I guess, for framing this all up. Prior to the Empire, each planet and system was responsible for their own self-defense.
Right, yeah.
So...
And policing. And
yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
What happened after the Empire took over was they would basically annex these defense organizations, put these people out of work or whatever, and then replace them with their own
Is that
military.
what we saw like a little bit of in Andor?
Yes.
Too?
Yes,
yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Because remember, they had the first season of Andor has their little like corpo police.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, and then by season 2, they've been annexed by the Empire.
Yeah, yeah. It's basically just like, it seems like these are kind of like, they're very grunt cops, detectives, SWAT team-esque, right? And they kind of don't want the Empire taking over their business. So they're,
Two Boots, who's the like droid partner, is voiced by
I'm a fan.
Richard Ayoade. Richard Ayoade is in a lot of things, but this is actually his second role in Star Wars. He also voiced Zero in the Mandalorian, like Prison Break episode.
Okay.
Very distinct voice. If you know it, you would recognize it immediately. The rest of the stuff. Oh, it's interesting. They painted lines, like the Maul's kind of like face markings, onto Sam Witwer, the voice actor for Maul, while he was doing his performances, so they could like try to capture more of his facial They're not doing traditional facial capture, motion capture.
Okay.
But they're wanting to be like
so
closer.
So they could see how it would actually move in real life,
Yeah.
like the lines. That's cool. I like that.
We want to get as much nuance into the animation as possible. But again, they're not doing motion capture. They've done that in the past for other things, like when Maul and...
well, because they had Ray Park do some
yes,
mocap.
Exactly. Yeah, they did the mocap for that. When Maul and Ahsoka fight in Star Wars.
I can't see them bringing him back.
Oh, no, he's gone off the deep end, eh?
Yeah, it's rough.
Whatever, that's okay. Maul's doing some pretty cool stuff in this series, and they don't need him. Among the noir film references in the series, Michnovetz named Heat as a source of inspiration for the pulpy cat and mouse detective storyline, which is fun. I did notice this after I heard about the Gotham connection. The very opening sequence has a very Batman the Animated Series like vibe to it, and looks like they have like a Batman style like a bat signal going on there.
Yeah, I didn't notice that either, but you're right. It is very Gotham City, dark. Yeah.
Even the music is like that. Kevin Kiner's back, by the way, doing the music. He's been doing the music since Clone Wars. He, in my opinion, is like the heir apparent to take over film it, like the score for like any major Star Wars films. He hasn't really stepped into that role yet, and I feel like that's like not fair, to be honest. Here's a fun fact. Maul's lightsaber, which was lost when Ahsoka defeated him on Mandalore, he has the same one.
Oh, so he got it back.
Yeah, Maul returns carrying a red blade with a hilt designed after his lightsaber lost during the Siege of Mandalore. According to filmmakers, the idea was that Rook, Cast, and other loyals had returned for the relic, which had been slightly modified, but is essentially the same.
Yeah, I would assume because they were all around that someone picked it up.
Yeah.
But with it being on Mandalore.
Well, I remember that he specific... no, I can't remember now. I feel like it wasn't Rex specifically, but it was like, what's her... who's the captain that she has with... It's like not... the one that she has like with the painted orange helmet. Who's in charge with her on Mandalore, I think, grabs it.
Oh, okay.
There's a running gag with Captain Brander always having a cup of calf in his hand, so that's like the whole thing. Rena Soul was initially envisioned as like the answer to the classic femme fatale archetype. It's fun. The cop's son plays like a lacrosse style game.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, that looks like a lacrosse stick.
And then the other thing that's really cool is they actually like mapped out what the city, like how it's laid out, because they spent so much time here that they like did a rough idea of like the places they would be going in the city or whatever.
Okay.
Over the course of the series, and they've like mapped out the parts of the city that like pretty like high level detail.
Yeah.
Of how they want to do it, which I think is pretty new for them. They also like consider like how the buildings meet the ground, which they don't really think about in Coruscant stuff.
Yeah, no, they don't.
So it's like you
always see like the tops of the building. You never really see
the bottom. But like there isn't really a bottom, So anyway, really cool stuff. You can learn more about that on StarWars.com/news/Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord making of Janix, all with dashes in between. Okay. Let's get into overall thoughts. What did you think of these first two episodes, this premiere of this new series?
Yeah, I'm liking it so far. I don't know. It's so hard for me not to like anything that has Maul in it in general.
Really?
Yeah, I just
a big Maul fan.
I am. I really am. It's fun. It's definitely like it's grittier. It's darker. I like the play of. I do like how the lighting that they use in it. Like how in general it's very dark. But then you've got a lot of like play with like red light and blue lights and neons. But like Maul is almost always cast in some kind of red light. It's I don't know. It's quite cool.
Yeah, I mean, like we could talk about this for a minute. I mean, the
artist
animation style took another step forward. I mean, the closest we saw to this was in the last, I guess, like the Tales of, well, not even the Underworld, like the Tales of the Empire. I think the one before really gave us the closest I think we've come to this. In practicality, like having now seen 2 full episodes, it's not as big of a difference from the Clone Wars style as I was expecting.
No.
They kind of set it up as like, oh, it's a whole new animation style.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not really.
I do feel like it's more textured. Like they almost look painted. Like you can, I don't know.
They are trying to use more like paint like features.
Yeah.
And they were doing like painting and then scanning things.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Using more matte.
Because that's
stuff.
what I thought is like everybody's skin textures look more painted, especially in like Maul.
I think
and the
they're doing it more for the backgrounds and like the large scenes. But I think generally they're trying to be more detailed.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more of a gloss on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Things feel a lot shinier.
That could be too with the lighting, like because there is so much play with like shadow and light.
So when I think of Clone Wars, I think of a very matte finish to everything.
Yeah.
Right, the skin always looks like it's a matte finish.
Mm-hmm.
This still has a little bit of that, but like a lot of the other things in the world, like the items, objects, and buildings and stuff, have more of like a shine to them. Like they would in real life if they were made of metal or shiny metal, whatever, right? So that's cool. What do you think of how... So I've been hearing a lot of chatter on the internet about people being like a little sick of Maul.
Really?
They're like, he was cool in episode 1, obviously. Some people, I think it goes all the way back to like, did we really need to bring him back from the dead? He was cut in half.
Gotcha.
Kind of thing.
Well, if you're going to be on that, yeah.
And to be honest, on some level, I do kind of agree with that. I was like, you brought back the one guy who was cut in half.
Yeah, but only from the waist.
Would you survive being cut in half from the waist?
No, but it's Star Wars. People get new arms and legs and abdomen.
How does he go to the bathroom?
Maybe he doesn't need to. Maybe that's why he's so...
Maybe that's how the Dathomiri work. I don't know.
It's just one less function.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. But and like they've relatively like handled, I think, his arcs relatively well. We know most of his story, right? I mean, I think Sam Witwer in his interview says like, we know the beginning, we know the end. Let's explore the middle. But we've kind of, if you think about it, we've explored a lot of the middle already, right?
Yeah.
So part of me is a little reticent to like jump into this story with 2 feet because, while the scope, first of all, feels really small, right? We're dealing with some, planet we've never heard of, right? Because it's new. And we're dealing with relatively low level crime bosses. And the first 2 episodes, and I'm sure the scope will expand and all that kind of stuff. We don't even leave the planet really. We get as far as the moon in the 2nd episode. And like Maul's story at this point, I'm not really that interested in. It's like,
really?
No.
I find the crime syndicate stuff quite interesting because I feel like we don't get a lot of it. It's just it's usually
what do you want to know? Like
I don't know. I think it's fun. I think the underground infighting of like crime bosses and how because they always reference like this is Hutt territory and this is Pike territory and spice running and like it's like okay. I understand, but like, why are they so dangerous? Why, like, how did they get so powerful, right?
I guess, but for me, it's like, why does it matter?
Yes, it's true.
Like, we know...
Because it is it is the thing of, like, when you have these powers in place, that's when crime like this thrives, right?
Sure,
like, when you kind of have these...
Under fascism.
Yeah, like, you always that's when these kind of things thrive. But I do find Maul a little bit more interesting because he has so much rage.
Well, he's connected to the bigger picture, which I think makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
If it was just random crime bosses we didn't know about and like...
Yeah, it'd be like, whatever.
It's like, who gives a shit? I guess that does add an element to it.
It's fun that he's so anti-Empire as a bad guy.
Yes, that's fun too.
So
I do agree with that.
It's just like, and he has this wicked hatred for the Empire, but also like a relative hatred for Obi-Wan and the Jedi. And like
wicked hatred for Obi-Wan, I think is fair to also say.
So it is very fun because he's obviously not a good guy, but he's also kind of after the same thing as some of the good guys.
As Maul says, it's not as simple as good and evil.
No, it's not. So he's a very unique character in that way because he does some pretty ruthless, bad shit. But his end goal...
He's completely ruthless.
...is kind of the same as like the rebels and the,
But is his goal to take down the Empire, or is it just to get revenge on Sidious?
Yeah, but taking down the Empire in the process, and that's how he gets revenge on Sidious.
Would he have been happy with just killing Sidious, or would he just have to collapse the whole thing? I guess killing Sidious does kind of collapse the Empire.
I think he wants to collapse the whole thing, because it's like his whole view is like Sidious and his Empire and everything that he wanted directly.
Does he have any desires outside of revenge?
I don't think so. He is very just fully Like, I am going to...
There's like one line in episode 1. It's like, then we'll finally get our revenge.
Yeah. That's all he wants.
And then, like, it turns out that's just been his entire character for forever, even after he started talking a lot more.
He's just a real angry, vengeful dude.
So, yeah, like,
I think he's a Sith. That makes sense.
Yeah.
They're always motivated by
he's no longer
power
a
and
Sith,
anger.
though.
And yeah, that's true. But,
So, I guess what I'm wondering, or the bigger picture, it's like, hey, do we really need to explore this much of Maul's life? Mm-hmm. And I think the short answer to that is, like, probably not. Like, we don't really, like, we know he was in charge of syndicates.
Yeah.
We know how he dies. We know how he lived. It's like, what I'm interested in here, like, so far from this story, is the exploration of this new apprentice, right? Obviously, it doesn't entirely work out because he goes after Ezra later.
Yeah.
Right? But, and like...
But that's just because he gets stranded.
Right, but obviously I'm saying is like this new apprentice plan obviously does not work out perfectly. Or maybe it does and it comes back around later. I don't know. But like, that's the only thing that's fascinating so far for me because it's the one thing that kind of like, I don't really care about the crime stuff.
Yeah. Well, there's all the speculation that she's Talon, hey?
Well, yeah, it's like more inspired by Talon, I feel like.
Or that she's going to turn into Darth Talon. And I know everybody's got a real big boner for
well,
Darth Talon.
That's because George Lucas had a big boner for Darth Talon.
Yeah.
Literally,
I mean,
though.
her story like is kind of cool, but it's because she's supposed to be like crazy ruthless and...
Yeah, like it would be. Listen, if she ends up with a bunch of cool tattoos on her,
that's the thing.
On her,
and a bunch of really sexy bodysuits and.
Yeah, I mean, then sure we could be like, wow, they really did it. But I don't think they're gonna do that. This is a mature. I will say this is a more mature series.
Oh, there's
it feels
so
like
much murder.
We've kind of like
we
really leveled up from Clone Wars to, like Clone Wars, early Clone Wars.
Yeah.
And then there's some mature ideas in there, but it's not really, they don't really explored that deeply.
I feel like Star Wars often, even in animation, they're fine like just slicing through droids.
Yeah, obviously.
They're fine slicing through aliens.
That's what droids are for.
Aliens too, though, as long as they're not like too cute or whatever.
Sure.
But they are a little more rare to like show just like the death of human characters, unless
or
it's like
humanoid characters, or
but that's what I mean.
Because we get a murder in the first episode that's like right on screen.
On here, I'm just kind of like, whoa, like he's like just straight up like slicing through.
We don't really see them
cops.
slicing through cops. They
kind
of
wave
from that. Yeah,
he kills
them. We do hear the screaming, and we do see a lot of stabbing, but it's usually with droids still. But we do see a person get shot like on camera. That was and that's so I think that's. Like also kind of rare,
obviously we see a lot of clones die, but again they're in helmets and it's
this is like a
removed,
person killed in cold blood though. Like
it's a little so this is I do feel it's quite different with this because it's a little grittier where it's like that he just like straight up stabbed that guy or cut that guy in half and
the show kind of starts with no real setup. You kind of just like jump right into what's going on. I have mixed feelings about that. I feel like I would like a little bit better of a setup for this series because it's like I know pretty well what's going on, and while as much as they can say, "Oh, well, it's just about a guy who wants revenge" or whatever, it's like there's details here I think that people would appreciate if we knew a little bit more. I also find that it's like the way it's shot, it's very like staccato cutting. It's a lot of really fast cuts.
Yeah.
And I don't like that very much. I would like to like linger on an image a little longer.
Okay.
It doesn't really like this is the first episode's 30 minutes, the second one's 24, I want to say, runtime. It doesn't really waste any time. It has no fat. It's often running immediately. There's 2 car chases within like
I know,
like 15 minutes of each other,
and like 2 hallway scenes.
I know. I was like, it's like the hallway. It's like, really, we're just gonna keep doing this over and over again. I thought that was a bit like indulgent.
That was one thing. I was like, oh, we get another one. Get multiple ship hallway mall scenes,
and then like on the the thing is, the fast cutting is fine in theory, but it's all like. I feel like we're dealing with this like new animation style. And I want to see it, and I feel like I don't really get to see it when we're cutting that fast.
Gotcha. Yeah.
The movement though, I will say like the animation itself like how characters move. It's a lot more smooth, more naturalistic. I do like that, especially Maul, like the when he's like ripping through people with his lightsabers. It looks very good. And as we talked about, this show is a lot more like violent and aggressive.
Yeah.
And then generally, I just think like it's got this noir tone. They're not shying away from that, and they just really lean into like how stylish and sleek the whole kind of vibe of the show is. It's got a vibe, which I do think is cool. It's like, on one hand though, it's like it does feel like it's trying to be too. It's like, look how cool we are and edgy we are, and it kind of feels a little try hard. But other than that, it's like I'll give it a pass. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts before we get into
No, I don't think so.
Scene breakdown? Okay. Chapter 1, The Dark Revenge. I will say this: the first 2 episode titles, don't love them. The Dark Revenge. And the second one especially, which is, I think, Sinister Schemes. Ugh, gross. It just feels very pat. Anyway, here's the names for the other episodes. Chapter 3, Whispers in the Unknown. Chapter 4, Pride and Vengeance. Is that like supposed to be like a play on Pride and Prejudice?
I don't know.
Chapter 8, Inquisition. I guess we could imagine what happens there. Chapter 6, Night of the Hunted. Chapter 7, Call to Oblivion. Chapter 8, The Creeping Fear. Chapter 9, Strange Allies. Chapter 10, Finale. Which I imagine there'll be a name for it, but it probably won't just be called Finale. So anyway, the rest of the titles seem pretty cool. These ones I don't love. The Dark Revenge. I guess it's like, this is kind of, again, I feel like this is a play on like the Batman thing.
Yeah.
So fair enough. And I guess if you look at this as like a Batman show, it is pretty cool. Okay, so here's the logline. In the criminal underworld of Janix, Maul enacts a plan to consolidate his power. Directed by Stuart Lee, Brad Rao, Saul Ruiz. These are all kind of usual suspects around Lucasfilm Animation. Writers Matt Michnovitz and Amanda Rose Munoz. Runtime is 30 minutes. All right, so we have a new Star Wars like intro sequence. I was not able to identify every single helmet. Tune in next week where hopefully I'll have done more research. But here's what I could tell just from my initial like looking at it. We got a Gen 1 clone trooper. They seem to start with this because it's like their roots.
Yeah.
Then we got I don't know what it is, and then I don't know what it is. And then like it's Ezra's helmet or something like.
Oh, it's
like
one of those ones that he picks up, I think.
Yeah, it's one of his painted ones, I think.
Yeah.
And then
it's like a scout trooper helmet or something.
It's not a scout trooper helmet. There's another. It's like a tank pilot helmet.
Yeah.
And then there's like a droid or something. This one's the third one is the most confusing. I really don't know. Then Tech's helmet. Then the second, I think it's the second brother, the bird mask one.
Yeah. The Inquisitor. Yeah.
Then I think it's a female super commando helmet, but I'm not entirely sure. It's not a full T, so it could be something else. Maybe someone who's going to come by later, introduced later in the series. Then we get this like really terrifying like cross-shaped droid head, which looks familiar to me, but I just can't place it. But terrifying looking, in my opinion. And then the first brother, Inquisitor Marok, or whatever. I don't know how you say that. And then Two Boots, the new droid.
I love his name.
Two Boots is great.
Yeah.
I already love Two Boots.
I know, me
they're
too.
Like, hey, we introduced a new droid. It's already your new favorite.
Yeah.
Congrats.
They've been killing it with the droids.
They always know how to do it.
I know.
I just say, yeah.
It's, yeah.
But it doesn't hurt when you have an amazing voice actor like that in that
It's
role.
true.
I love how he's upset about the droids being all murdered.
Yeah.
He's like, they're just doing what they were programmed to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so we start on Janix bank heist. I think the like cityscape start here is very cool. The music I think is not. Again, I'm maybe because I heard that Batman connection thing, it's like really stuck in there, but it feels like an homage to the title sequence to Batman the Animated Series.
Okay.
And that's pretty cool in my opinion. Like the music has got big horns, and it just feels very Batman inspired. Like Batman the Animated Series like had its own kind of like big horns,
right?
And it just feels like it's very similar to that. And so Maul's team is rappelling down the side of a building. Right away, we're right into the action. Like we don't even take a second to like set this up. Love a rappel where they're like facing down. Like you're just like walking down the side of a building. I think that's really cool. We see droids prepping credits for transport. We learn later this is a bank. So we meet Spy. I think his name is Spybot. Is that his name?
Something like that. Yeah, I like this little guy. He's very sassy.
He's got a he's got.
He kind of looks like Embo. You know what I mean?
Well, this is like Embo's head or hat.
Yeah,
looks like Embo's hat. I think is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find where is this? Oh yeah, okay. Spybot is one word.
Okay, yes.
So he also talks, which is really funny.
He kind of has these little
Peek-a-boo.
quips. Yeah, it's quite funny.
Yeah,
it's like if Chopper could talk.
Chopper can talk.
Yeah, but
in English words, yeah.
Yeah. No, I like this little
Spybot's
little evil droid.
He's kind of like if you had one of those Imperial probe droids.
Yeah, they're like
but they were
the
wow wow
wow. But can actually stop.
But Viper droids, I think they're called, right?
Yeah.
But was actually capable.
Right. Yeah.
Right. This droid can do a lot.
Yeah.
Very functional. He says knock knock.
Yeah.
So he does it shoots this thing and lets them open the door for the team, for the crew. Cops are called in, but they use a trap to take out the cops. It's so sick. So was cool. This whole thing happens very fast, but they basically bust through the door. There's this whole bit where they the Shadow Brothers or whatever they're called, the other two Dathomirians, Night Brothers. They just love causing havoc, and they're freaking out and
I love
bashing through stuff.
The one guy just has I don't know what
a
you
Gatling
call that.
gun. It's
Gatling gun.
It's so cool.
Yeah,
and it's also very effective. It does a lot of damage.
Yeah. I feel like it's very rare. We don't see a lot of those in Star Wars, and
no.
Anytime we do, it's always held by a big, huge, a Mandalorian guy or
That's right.
But I was I like a good Gatling gun. I don't know.
More recently, I guess, because there was that one in Mandalorian, true, that what's his name had. The Mandalorian voiced by Favreau.
Yeah, I can't remember his.
No one knows his name.
No one knows his name. The big one.
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they break in, they steal a bunch of credits, but not all of them, because they're they try to make a quick getaway.
Yeah.
And they're chased by the cops. I love how quick we get the impression that the cops are competent here.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I think is important to set up early,
yes.
right? That's hey, these aren't just a bunch of bumbling fools like a lot of the stormtroopers are.
Yeah, I like that. I like when you kind of have these competent detectives and
well, it just makes for a more interesting story.
Yeah,
right? It's if you know that these people can actually do something, then
yes.
it's they propose an actual threat to these characters, and it's because we're working with villains, quote unquote, they need, I think, a competent person to stand in on the good, quote unquote,
good
good
you need
side.
A competent good guy.
Yeah. So they shoot these wires across two buildings, and it cuts one of the cop cars in half. It's really cool, and this is within the first
vicious.
3 minutes of the show.
I know. I was watching. I was like, "Holy!" It's just a straight up razor wires across all these buildings, like a net.
It's
almost.
Cool as hell.
Yeah.
We also find out that the Spybot can shoot blasters, and they're pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Because it takes out one of the ships. Anyway, they reach this I guess landing pad, and they start loading credits onto their ship. But the cops arrive, and it looks they've been caught. But then we get the sequence that was teased since 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Where Maul walks up the back of the ship, and it's one of those Mandalorian fighters.
That's cool. I don't know how to explain it, but they the
triangle
the
things
ones,
that come on the side.
I love those ships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Maul approaches from behind, and he unsheaths his two-sided lightsaber and just takes out those cops. We don't see it necessarily, but we know it happens.
Yeah, he murders them all.
And it's Duel of the Fates plays.
Yeah, so cool.
And it is pretty cool, but it's one of those that's again, are we trying too hard to be cool here?
No,
you know
you're allowed. I think when it comes to Maul, you're allowed to play Duel of the Fates.
How many times?
I don't know. It's in his opening appearance. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is. I don't know if he has his own theme song.
I mean, that is his theme song.
Yeah, I was like, isn't that it? I was like, that's
at this
pretty
point.
Much his.
At this point, it is, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
He gets that.
I don't know.
Treatment. I think they introduced his own kind of theme in this series, and it's gonna be. I think it'll kind of play in more. That seems interesting, and they seem like they have some new themes in general.
I'm just saying I'm never going to complain about getting to hear Duel of the Fates.
No, I'm not complaining about it. Just like, again, it's just like, maybe that's like it's the low-hanging fruit. I'm not saying it's necessarily the wrong choice. Maybe sometimes the obvious choice is the right choice.
Yeah.
But I'm just posing the question out there. People can tell me what they think. Okay, so that's the opening bit. Any thoughts on this like opening action sequence that we jump right into the series with?
Yeah, it's good. It's good to see two capable sides. Like you see a very capable bank heist and then capable police response.
But then
obviously
they're not. They can't stack up against a lightsaber.
No, you can't. But yeah.
Okay, so then we meet the Padawan. We meet Master Iko Diodaki, which is a great name.
Iko Diodaki.
And his Padawan Devin Azara on the ground level of the planet. They're hungry, but they won't steal for food. Master Daki is like, we can always rely on the kindness of strangers. And he asks he's like begging, and he gets the Huttese Ichuta, which is, I think, is just like slang for like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Buzz off.
He gives me Master Splinter vibes.
Oh, he has real right? Master Splinter vibes, but also like,
I know he's a lizard.
He's got, sure, but he's also like, they kind of like, they call him like the dinosaur.
Okay.
But he kind of embodies the dinosaur in both senses because he's very old school.
He's old, yeah.
And maybe naive to some degree. It's like, can you always rely on the kindness of strangers? I don't, like, maybe you used to be able to.
Probably not in this world, but it is that, like, it's the old Master Jedi trope.
And he's like
being so trusting.
We have to stay committed to our values.
Yeah.
And that if we trade on our values, then we're trading on our identity, and that therefore it's not an option.
Yeah.
But like, they're starving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, at what point does that, like, and again, there's an element of fate here. Obviously the Force is at play. She does steal the fruit. They were going to use Melurons apparently.
Oh, okay.
But they would have been too big to conceal. So they're like, well, we need something smaller for her to steal. But like, so she's pressed into this, making this decision she doesn't want to make, and then in the process gets caught immediately. Yeah. So it's like you're not very good. But then the other thing is, like, you're going to tell your Padawan to like just go to jail. It's kind of crazy, to be honest.
But I think his whole thing was like, we can't make a scene.
Yeah, he's a pacifist.
He's like, they'll let you go. I think he knows that it's like, because it's this police force. He's like, like, it's not the Empire.
Yeah,
right?
but we're still
dealing.
Imagine if you were getting arrested by a cop robot.
That's
I'd be like,
true.
Fuck off, robot. You know what the fuck you know what you're talking about.
True.
You don't know what you saw.
As a Jedi, I guess you could easily get away. But I guess with his whole thing is like, we can't make a scene.
Right.
So it's like, they'll let you go. You're a kid. Like, it's not that big.
Again, very trusting. It's like,
yeah.
But in this world, she could be shipped off planet before you have anything you can do.
True.
But
I don't get that
she's gone.
sense for this, like.
Right, but he doesn't.
Force,
but he doesn't know, because, like, again, if the Empire got involved for any reason,
yeah, that's true. But I guess I'm just under the impression that the Empire isn't really here much.
Not yet.
Yeah,
obviously.
So that's kind of the. But he does seem strong as hell.
Yeah, he does. He does seem like a powerful Jedi.
Yeah,
but he's probably not long for this world. So
yeah,
we get a classic screen wipe, and then as we're introduced to Brander Lawson and Two Boots, but as he flies, like, it's daytime, we get these like contrasting night scenes, day scenes, and I think the day scenes are quite beautiful. Also, a lot of like golden lighting, and anyway, there's this theme that has like sounds like a riff on the Anakin Padme love theme.
Okay,
and
I didn't notice that.
It's because I do, because it's my favorite John Williams track, Across the Stars, so beautiful. Anyway, I was just thinking, I just had a moment where I was like, do you think I could sneak the Anakin Padme love theme into my wedding somehow?
It's funny that you said that. I was going to make a joke. Like, that's what's going to be Julian's wedding song one day.
I was like, like people like hire like, like Britney's wedding had like a string quartet, right?
Did they?
Yeah.
Was that my wedding?
I don't think your wedding had a string quartet. No, it was at.
They had some people playing outside at mine, playing something. at some point there was people playing live music. I didn't see it obviously because I was
because it's not, God forbid, you see your own wedding.
Yeah.
But no, this is
absolutely. If you have something like that, you can for sure sneak it.
And it's like I want you, but then they have to like learn a whole new song. It's like, do you think they charge extra for that?
Probably.
Yeah, it's like,
especially like something.
But it's all strings though.
Especially
it could be
John
done.
Williams is a lot more complicated.
Yeah, but we're talking like just give. I
don't know.
I could find the string quartet arrangement.
Yeah.
And
you can do whatever you want at your own wedding.
Yeah, it's true. There's no rules.
Our friend Trish walked down the aisle to Ignition. A version of Ignition.
She would.
So I mean, there's no rules.
The remix to Ignition?
Something like that.
The one that's hot and fresh out the kitchen?
Yeah. It was like a quartet. It was like a string
that's
version. Like
so
a wedding song
funny.
sounding version. It didn't have
she
words.
would do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we meet Brander Lawson and Two Boots. So Captain Lawson arrives on the scene of the heist. We learn that they stole a bank supervisor droid, so not just the credits. The cameras and the sensors were destroyed. And Two Boots is upset that droids were killed, which I think is funny. We learn the bank is owned by a gangster called Nico Demas, a local crime lord. His main rival is Ludi Vario. This is all done by exposition pretty quickly and I think efficiently. Lawson knows that criminals don't just start wars between each other for a few credits, so feel like there's something bigger at play. Feels like it's not a local syndicate because the job was, quote, too clean. Love this, like, this, again, there's a lot of cliche at work here.
Yeah.
Star Wars is always, like, big concepts and then, like, translated into the Star Wars world. And so they're doing this noir, pulpy thing. And they've done this in the past. They've really leaned into the noir with, what's that bounty hunter with the hat?
Bounty hunter with the hat.
Yeah, and he always has the toothpick.
Cad Bane?
Cad Bane.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go very noir with him.
Yeah, yeah.
But this is like classic noir, to the point where there's trumpets in one of the scenes later.
Yeah, like the jazzy cop trumpets.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
It's like, oh, okay. Now we're in it.
Yeah, the very detective-y.
So this is classic detective stuff. It's like, give me the details, and then you get like really efficient exposition that sets up kind of some of the stakes, and then you're off and running, and then you get like a not snarky line, but like a smart line, like too clean of a getaway or whatever. It's like, okay, yeah, like this person's competent and cool.
Yeah.
Right? And for the record, Brander Lawson is pretty cool. I do like him as a character.
Yeah, yeah. I forgot that I had read like one comic of introducing him.
Oh,
already.
really?
Yeah,
cool.
It has Nico Demas in it too, because I was like, he looked so familiar to me, and I thought maybe he was in Bad Batch at some point, like dealing with Saul, or not? What was her name? Was it Saul?
Yeah, I think so.
But no, it was because I read this comic. But yeah, so or comic. But they've had like him and Lawson have definitely like crossed paths.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Again, this is all brand new. So it's like this is all invented backstory. This isn't like tied into anything that we would have seen before.
No,
unless you read the comics.
You're reading. Yeah.
But again, that's all tied into this anyway. It was invented for the purposes of this show. So
yeah.
Okay, so Nico Demas is furious as he smashes stuff in his penthouse. His henchmen assume that it was Vario. Again, anyone would assume that. Nico wants a meeting, neutral's territory to avoid a trap, but they're all being watched by Spybot, which we find out at this point that this is all being orchestrated by Maul to start a war, or it's like he doesn't really care what the outcome is as long as like these people are killed and he gets his revenge.
Yeah.
He can be the Phantom Menace, as it were.
Yeah.
So we meet Maul and his team. We get a chance to catch up with them now that they're like not in action mode. Some downtime. We meet Rook Cast again, played by Vanessa Marshall, as I mentioned. She's really cool. Just like very like the perfect like number one like right hand man type for a Maul, right?
Absolutely.
Pleased to meet you, number two. And then so she mentions that he's had a quote unquote another vision that Maul had. So again, I don't know if these are references to the comics that lead up to this, but I guess he's been having visions about this person or that he's trying to find.
I see.
Obviously the interpretation here is that he's looking for Devin. He doesn't know who Devin is yet, but that's who he's after is this new apprentice.
He's always seeking an apprentice.
Yeah.
An apprentice to turn into a weapon, to use as a weapon.
And he does it, like, he states it quite plainly.
Yeah.
Right? The plan is to pit this, like, a couple things here. So the plan for the low-level gangsters is to pit the syndicates against each other to weaken them.
Yeah.
But it's not quite working yet because they have a truce and they're holding to it for now. Maul has a list of people who crossed him. Apparently the writers have a kill list that Maul has. They haven't revealed it because obviously it would be spoilery.
Well, yeah.
But
well,
they
it already sounds like all these guys.
Yeah, Barrio and Demas are both
and
on
that Pike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're starting with these lower level guys because they were a part of it before, so that's where they start. Anyway, so he says, Maul has this line, I prefer to keep my presence a shadow for now. It just feels, again, a little on the nose.
This is funny, though, to me, because I'm like, well, you're not doing a very good job, because you're just...
He's out there ripping stuff apart with his lightsaber.
Yeah, you're, like, straight up just murdering cops. Like, obviously they have recordings and stuff.
We find out, like, right away that he's like, oh, yeah, he was caught on tape.
Yeah.
Like, immediately.
Like, you're not doing the best job, but I guess he's staying in the shadows in terms of, like, in the underworld.
Sure.
Not really caring about the cops as much, but... Yeah, because it is interesting. I'm like, it seems like a lot of these people know who you are, and you're not really shadowy.
You could be more shadowy.
Yeah.
Right? It's like you're wearing a hood, but there's not a lot of like double-bladed lightsabers out there. Oh, you know what? This someone presented as a possibility is that this show will provide the chance for Vader and Maul to fight, which would be cool.
That would be cool.
And that would be cool. That's one of those like fan servicey things, but like. Sure, why not? If Obi-Wan and Vader can fight more than once, then why can't we have Maul fight Vader?
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
Yeah.
It seems possible to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, they questioned the bank droid, kind of. They kind of just cut off its head.
Yeah.
I thought this whole thing was a little clunky. Like, they're like, okay, threaten the droid with your lightsaber.
Yeah.
The droid does not care. Police HQ. Devin is questioned at Police HQ by Brander. I like how they're intertwining the stories right away. They don't really delay here. She's charged with attempted robbery, failure to cooperate, and not having ID. I assume that it's in our world now, it's not illegal to not have ID, right? You can walk around without ID, right?
You can, but like if you refuse to, like if you're committing a crime.
If you commit a crime and they're like, give me some ID, and it's like, I don't have any. What are they going to do? Charge you with another crime?
I don't know. One time I was driving without my ID and I got a ticket for it. So
it's different if you're but you need your license to drive. You need your license to walk around.
No, but this is, because not everybody has ID. Like, it's not a necessary thing to actually have here. I don't know. At least where we live, you don't have to have.
Yeah, it's kind of part of the whole, like, voting thing in the U.S. about, like, oh, you gotta have ID. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Anyway. So, couple kind of, like, petty crimes, basically. Also, like, did she fail to cooperate? She did kind of, though, right? Like, cooperate.
Yeah, she's not telling them her name. She's not.
Oh, she's not telling her name and giving ID.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so I guess that's fair.
So, yeah.
Anyway, Brander's like, you're a kid. Let me help you out here. Like, do you have ID? And I'll just let you go. And she's like, I'm not telling you anything. And so she's like, okay, well, then I guess you'll spend a night in a cell. And is that how that works? It's like you commit a crime, you spend one night in the cell, and they'll let you go?
Maybe. For
maybe.
small
things,
crimes,
I guess. Maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's pulled away because Two Boots finds footage of Maul from one of the droids. So again, not that sneaky. He notes the laser sword. I like, by the way, how they use the term laser sword now so often, and people were so upset about it when the first time that he said it.
Yeah.
When Luke says it in episode 8.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you would never call it a laser sword. Everyone knows it's a lightsaber, and it's like, dude, it's literally a laser sword. Anyway, I just think it's really funny that like like Star Wars in general just like embraced that term.
They're just leading into it, yeah.
But
I always feel like it's used as like someone who doesn't know.
They don't know
what it is, like
But Luke in that scene is using it like in a derogatory way. It's like, oh yeah, what am I gonna do? Take up my laser sword and fight the whole empire?
Yeah,
like
yeah, exactly.
So like, I haven't seen one of those since the Clone Wars 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe maybe it's been longer since he saw one.
Maybe.
They run Face ID, so they have facial recognition on this planet, and they get a classified ISB file back. So here's what I'm thinking: Do you think the ISB would be alerted when anyone?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, you'd think it would just like pop up on their own
but
thing,
maybe
it's just not that.
I'm thinking like
linked yet.
The search itself might not, but then as soon as you're like, oh, let me hit the ISB server to like download that file,
probably,
and then they're not.
Yeah.
They don't, and it's like that would alert them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, hey, someone's searching for this like, why?
Yeah, probably.
Right? So there's this fun bit, which is like very, again, like detective movie cliche, which is like, don't involve the feds.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Like, I don't want.
Oh, we're supposed to tell the big guys, and they're like, let's hold off for a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't want them sniffing around here, getting in my way. Yeah.
Right. Like, this is our case.
Yeah.
And so. I think it's 3 times they do it. Like, don't get like, we're not contacting them.
Yeah.
Here's what my prediction for what happens is they're gonna come anyway.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be like, why didn't you contact us?
Absolutely.
And that's gonna make for a much bigger problem for everyone involved.
Of course. Then they're gonna be like, we're taking over everything now.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, Two Boots is like so stoked to get the Empire involved, but he's like, no, hold on.
Well, he's just very droid about it.
Yes.
He's like, well, it says we have to.
Yeah.
Like, we're supposed to.
Yeah, it's like, well, that's what the rules say.
Yeah.
I love this like stare down that he does with this like hollow of Maul. It's like, who are you?
Yeah.
So, again, very classic, like staring at like a security footage of somebody and be like,
yeah,
I need to get in your head, right? So that's fun. Any thoughts on this? Like anything that's happened since we last?
No.
Okay.
It's just it's fun.
It's moving along.
It's very typical police precinct kind of,
And it's like it's all using language that we understand, like book 'em and like all this stuff. Again, like attempted robbery, failure to cooperate. These are all terms and ideas around police that we understand.
Yeah.
It's in a Star Wars like costume, but it's still very much like straight cops and robbers style stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get to the meeting between Vario and Demas. We get some light chit chat about their relative sizes. He's like, at least I fill out the suit, which is a good line, I think.
Yeah.
And then they beat around the bush about the bank job. He's like, Demas wants to know if Vario did it. And Vario's like, I would never do it like that. Why would I start a war? It's have way much to risk. It's like, this is like a good back and forth between like, you have kind of 2 types of gangsters, in my opinion. You've got like the smart ones and the dumb ones.
Yeah.
Right? Or the hotheads and the smart ones. Right? And they can be interchangeable from time to time. Like you can be smart, but then if you like blow your gasket, you can do dumb things.
Yeah.
Right. So Demas is obviously the hothead here, but he owns a bank, so it's like he's got to be somewhat smart.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so he's just like, oh, it has to be you. Why wouldn't you? I like when he brings up, oh, who do you think would be the most likely person for this to have happened? And he's like, oh, it couldn't be him. He's long gone. It's like, well. And also like the argument that Demas makes is like, well, then wouldn't he be after you too? And Vario is smart enough to think, well, maybe he is.
Yeah.
Which I think is like
yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
a good indicator that like, again, this guy's got a head on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Also, have we heard the term Chobasa before?
No, I don't know.
For Cheers? I like it. Chobasa.
Yeah.
Or Choba, I think is for short. I'm gonna start saying that from now on when I cheer people. Chubasa. Sounds like Cubasaw.
It does, yeah.
Okay,
sounds
so
very like Greek. I don't know.
it does.
Yeah.
So Vario insists he wouldn't start a war with Demas. He has too much to risk. A droid then delivers the head of the bank droid on a plate. So again, this is like imagine if it was a horse head in your bed, right?
Yeah,
or whatever. That's kind of what they're going for here. So I guess the idea is. This is where I'm a little confused. It's like, oh, Winston, you okay there, buddy? Yeah,
just
you're
a big
right.
yawn.
Yeah. How does this work? Who put the droid head on the platter?
Well, I think that was definitely the droid, like the.
It was the Spybot.
Spybot, yeah.
Okay.
It's Maul because he's trying to like antagonize these.
Yeah, no, I get that, but it's like, how does that work? How do they sneak into the back?
In the shadows.
I guess okay.
Just pay a droid at this restaurant that they're at.
Anyway, Demas freaks out, takes this to be a sign that Vario did in fact rob him, and then a gunfight breaks out, breaking their truce.
Yeah.
But again, we find out that Spybot's watching, so it's staged, as you said. Meanwhile, back at the police headquarters, we get a cute moment with Two Boots pretending to drink Calf. Calf is, of course, Star Wars coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Before being called to the scene of the shootout, he's just holding a cup. He's like, I can't drink it.
Yeah.
I just do this for
to
you.
hang out.
Yeah. Which is fun. Anyway, they head off to check out the scene of the crime. Vario, meanwhile, is being hunted by Demas. He leaves his mech suit and By the way, this whole idea of having this mech suit is pretty cool.
Yeah. I like when these little guys have a mech suit. It's funny.
It reminds me of the character from. It has a similar shape and design from Jedi, the second Jedi game.
Oh, okay. I have not.
Not
played
Fallen
it.
Order, the other one.
Survivor,
yeah. And he fights this really powerful alien that's all tentacles, but he has a mech suit that contains him all, all the tentacles.
Interesting.
So it's kind of got that same kind of vibe.
Yeah.
To it. Anyway, so he escapes his thing. He uses it as a distraction, and he shoots Demas. But he is not in the back. He's he has him turn around first, and then shoots him in cold blood.
Yeah.
Right. And by the way, we found out later that the captain is you killed Demas. It's how do you know that he did that? You don't know that.
Yeah.
I guess he made his assumption, I think. But as Vario tries to make an escape, they're chased down by Maul's team. I like that this planet uses roads.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we see the odd roads in certain planets, these speeder lanes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But on Coruscant, it's all just flying stuff.
Yeah, right.
And it's that's cool, but I feel you can have more exciting car chases when it's
when it's not
it's
just
roads.
In the air.
Yeah,
it's
it's just a little bit different.
I always assume that it's it's different vehicles.
Yeah,
it's ships.
You have speeders, and then you've got different types of ships.
For me, speeders have to be close to the ground to work.
Right.
And that's kind of these cargo.
Or medium
ships
close
too.
to the ground, right?
Yeah.
The snow speeders on Hoth and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's certain things that need the ground to hover on kind of thing, right? So
anyway, so they use these cool roads and speeders, but it's a very competent car chase.
Yeah.
There's jumps from road to road, there's a Gatling gun shooting engines and stuff. There's this leap of faith that Vario does where he jumps out of his vehicle with his mech suit and has a flamethrower on it. It's really cool. I also really like Maul's transport vehicle that smashes through shit.
Yeah,
it has the sliding doors,
sliding doors,
a cool van.
A cool van, yeah. Well, it looks almost like an old troop transport.
Yeah, it does kind of.
But
but again, more of but not a ship so much as it is a.
No.
Yeah. So Vario recognizes one of Maul's goons and before he's killed, he's saved by Brander, who arrives on the scene and arrests him for his own protection. I like the line. I never thought I'd be happy to see you. First time for everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Maul intends then to attack police headquarters, because that's where Vario is, which risks their exposure to the Empire, according to Rook. Our actions serve a greater purpose, he says, talking about, I guess, the Padawan. We're led to believe. Again, I think what's happening here, or we're led to believe, is that Maul is seeing this as this is all happening as it's meant to lead me to this place where I'll then run into this person that I'm supposed to meet.
Yeah, exactly. He just has no qualms with attacking a police.
Yeah, no problem at all. She's are you sure you want to attack a police headquarters? She's yeah, it's not a problem.
Yeah, he's doesn't matter. But I do really like this Vario character. I find him very quirky.
He's smart and funny.
And I don't know, I had to look up the voice actor.
Charismatic.
Because it was the voice was bugging me, but it's not his actual voice. This Chris Diamantopoulos or whatever.
Yeah.
He plays, because I was looking at his face, I'm why does this guy look so familiar to me? Because you watched Arrested Development, right?
Yes.
He plays Marky Bark. He's that guy that has face blindness.
Right.
And he this shaggy hair and dates Lindsay for a little while. He's in some other kind of goofy shit.
Funny.
But I was no, I have this picture of him in my head with gross shaggy hair. What is this from? And I was oh my god, it's Arrested Development.
He's in a lot of stuff.
He has so many.
Oh, he also plays
acting.
Donald in Invincible. That's cool.
Yeah, like he's
American
got
Dad,
so
Family
many
Guy,
voice acting,
Beavis and
solar
Butthead.
opposites.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he's like tons of voice acting.
Oh, he's in Blood of Zeus. I like that show a lot.
But yeah, it's he definitely doesn't use this voice like
right. He's doing because he's a voice actor.
Yeah, but
so he has multiple
man,
voices.
this is like so cool.
Yeah, imagine crazy what happens when you use actual voice actors instead of just random.
Random celebrities.
Yeah.
But I was like, I like this guy sounds kind of familiar. Like, what is it? He's in Jedi Survivor.
Yeah, he is. Plays Monk. That's funny. Who's also completely different voice, by the way.
Yeah, but I was like, man, like he's very good. I like, I just laughed when I saw that that's who he played.
Oh, he's also Aquaman and Harley Quinn. That's funny. Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff. Okay. Anyway, he's good.
Wild.
He's a great actor.
He's Canadian too.
This whole cast, I think, is pretty stacked.
Yeah.
There's not a bad performance in the bunch here, in my opinion. Okay. So, back at police headquarters, Brander questions Vario. And he says, "You killed Demas." And Vario says it's a self-defense. Vario tells Brander about the Shadow Collective while being kind of curious about how well protected they are, which is like, I think, it's a good setup.
Mm-hmm.
I find it concerning that Brander's like, "No, I've never heard of the Shadow Collective." It's like, what I would have liked is for him to say something more interesting than "No, should I have?" But anyway, that's a
but I mean,
small nitpick.
They are called the Shadow Collective. Like, probably not everybody's supposed to know about them.
That's true. That's true.
But I love how Vario, or is it Vario? Yeah, just like shuts up. He's like, "Oh, I'm not telling you anything about it."
Right, because he knows he needs the leverage.
Yeah, but
they note that the Zabraks that were on scene were different from Maul, which is good that they're not Zabrak racist.
Yeah. Right, because I was like, they have a different
like face markings and stuff.
No, I knew that the species had a name outside of like Night Brothers, but yeah, Zabraks, that's what it is.
And then so they still won't notify the Empire, which I think is funny.
Like,
meanwhile,
let's wait on it.
Master Iko Diodaki, such a good name, waits patiently outside police headquarters. Maul enters through the sewers as a thunderstorm intensifies to add a little bit more drama. We see through the camera spybot perspective, which apparently is rare according to this like tips and tricks of this episode. We just rarely see like a droid's perspective.
Yeah, that's true.
Winston farted.
Yeah, I was like, Winston, you stink.
Winston farted and it stinks, buddy.
Yeah, sorry. I was just
it's really gross. Yeah.
I was like, that is a dog
Dude,
fart and a half.
That is a stinky one. Well, you don't call him stink for nothing. Oh, man. Woo-wee! So, we see through the spybot's perspective. He's like taking control of Police HQ. Sometimes when they fart that much, like that badly, I'm like, are you like okay?
Okay, yeah. I was
like is something wrong?
That's rank, buddy.
Yeah, like what did you eat? Like you only ate your kibble today. Like what could have? Anyway. Oh, you know what happens? And sometimes when I give him some of like the cured meats.
Obviously that's gonna do it.
Yeah, it's a little high cholesterol.
Giving him the meat farts.
Okay. Anyway, so they jump into like red alert. They need to protect Vario. That's like the main. They know what's going on here. They're like, oh, obviously they're coming for Vario. We get scenes of like troopers as they hunt down like the invaders and the like these policemen as they like hunt down the invaders, and there's like the Zabraks, and they're like, it's like a horror scene as they're like passing by the hallway one at a time,
just looking.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, and then they get caught and get shot by that Gatling gun again.
How do you get a Gatling gun into a police headquarters, though?
Through the sewer.
Okay.
That's how they get there.
Fair enough.
I
was like, that's not a very locked down police headquarters.
Very episode 1 style. Brander and Two Boots get separated by doors. The droid, Two Boots, tries to regain control of the system. I like the kind of back and forth.
Yeah, that's cute.
Him and Spybot.
I like how Spybot's like, no, what the hell? Like, he's just like, what? This guy's actually...
Yeah. Anyway, Two Boots gets control of the system again, but the comms are still down. So the Zabraks continue to do their damage. They're just like wrecking havoc.
I love how these guys just don't talk either.
No, they don't
They
really.
just kind of go like, huh, sometimes.
Maybe they'll talk later.
Yeah.
I can't be completely silent.
Just lots of grunting.
Yeah. I prefer a silent henchman, personally.
Yeah, fair enough.
Brander gets a shot in on one of the Knight brothers before coming face to face with Maul, which is crazy. And he's lucky to survive. So
This is my nitpick.
Oh, that he doesn't kill him?
Well, I'm like, okay, here's the thing. I don't love when you have like two of your main characters, like your bad, come face to face, and there's enough. You need to have enough plot armor that the one can't kill the other for whatever reason. It's
but
like,
this
okay,
is brand new, so they don't have that yet.
Yeah, but they do obviously, because he's not gonna like. We just
but
saw
here's this
him,
argument though.
We saw Maul have no problem like murdering a bunch of police earlier.
Yes, correct.
So why would he not kill this guy? Okay, so to me it makes no sense to his character. Like he would just cut this guy down.
Disagree, actually.
Oh, okay.
Because I think Maul loves having like a tete-a-tete. He likes the cat and mouse game.
Fair enough.
And he already saw on the camera footage this cop. He recognizes him.
Gotcha.
So instead of like pulling him fully in with the force and stabbing him, he takes his gun, and then he might have killed him, but he doesn't. He's then like he thinks about it, and that provides enough time for those droids to come in and have him run off.
Fair enough.
So it's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of plot armor, and it's a little bit of like I think Maul actually kind of likes the idea of this guy chasing him a bit.
Fair enough. If you want to see it that way.
He likes the chase.
I would have just liked a better reason for him to have not killed him. Like those droids come in a little quicker. Something else is happening that he doesn't have as much time.
Also, they don't need to come face to face in episode 1. That's
true.
Also fine.
That's also exactly. Because I'm just kind of like he has no problem just like murdering anybody else. But okay, fair enough. If you think he likes,
I don't know. That's my. Yeah, I think he likes the challenge. That's my.
Yeah, and he's like, I'll let this guy live for a minute.
But he is lucky to survive, though.
Like I do know that. Yeah, like we see it with Vader a lot. Vader will just like toy with people
right
when he's fighting them. He's not actually trying very hard. But
anyway, Maul does another quick hallway takedown. First of like 4 in this episode. It's really cool. It does feel like they kind of back themselves into a corner. Like, okay, the first time we're really going to get to see him use this stuff is going to be another hallway. But it's like, it didn't have to be that way. But again, you guys are the writers, so
yeah.
I guess there's no other way for there to be a prison that's not just hallways.
I mean, that's also part of it. Yeah. It is.
Anyway, it's just very convenient that Vario's cell is right across the hall from Devon's. But again, fate, right? So I just like the way this is shot, where she's like looking through the window, and then she sees the back of Maul's head.
Yeah.
And he's like, and you're like, is he gonna look? Is he gonna look? And he doesn't at first.
Yeah.
And then he goes into Vario's cell, and he threatens him by putting his lightsaber against the wall, and then like dragging it towards his head, which is very cool.
Yeah.
And I love when people say, I did what I had to do. It's the worst excuse in the world. It's the most self-serving, selfish thing you could ever say. I did what I had to do. And no one ever says that when they're doing something good. It's always when they've done something bad or screwing someone else over. So I have a little bit of sympathy for Maul here. And he said, I love Maul's response. So you had to abandon your oath to me? Or was it a greed and fear that caused you to withdraw your ships and weapons when I needed them most? Very cool. Hinting at some sort of event where he needed backup.
Yeah.
Maybe even at Mandalore.
Yeah, like, do you think it's like Siege of Mandalore? Or not
maybe.
Siege?
Maybe.
Was that
was the Siege of Mandalore. That's season 7.
Yeah, could have been Siege. No, I was thinking more about like Night of 1,000 Tears or whatever. Maul wasn't there.
He wasn't
anymore,
there for that.
Yeah. Could have been Siege, though.
Anyway, Vario offers him resources, but is spared when he offers up the pikes as the one thing he can actually do.
Yeah.
Maul turns his attention to Devon. So again, it's like the suspense here is well done. It's like, oh, is it gonna play out? Is he gonna see her? Is he gonna see her? It's like obviously we expect that to happen, but it's like,
of course,
it's the way. And then she's like, he turns, the thing opens, and then the way his shadow casts over her face, the music swells. We get this choral chanting, which is very Maul.
Yeah,
and all you get is her saying Maul.
Yeah,
which is really cool.
That was cool. Yeah. I was not expecting her to know who he was, so I was like, oh shit, like she knows who this is. So
I feel like if you were the Jedi during the Clone Wars, there would have been a class on like who are the Sith we know of.
That's
right?
Yeah, that's fair actually. Do you think all the Jedi knew who Maul was though? Because like,
well, that's what I'm saying. They would have. I feel like they would have taught the younglings about it.
But like, I don't think Kanan knew who Maul was. No, he didn't. Because when he meets Maul in Rebels, he's not immediately like, you know, he's wary of him, but he's more of like, that's a Sith. Like, that's not.
Or maybe it depends on the age. I think.
Kanan was actually quite young.
I think he's a few years younger than she is here.
Probably, yeah. Actually.
Anyway, it's really cool. I think it's really cool.
It is cool that she.
I like the music. I like the cinematography. I like the shot choices. Like this, like first person perspective as she's like looking through the window is very cool. It's all just very stylish and tidy. And again, very cool. For whatever reason, it just doesn't have. It's missing something for me, and I'm not sure what it is yet. Maybe we just need clone troopers, and then I'll feel better. I don't know.
There's no reason.
There's a D. Bradley Baker cameo in the episode.
Is there?
Yeah, he voices the fruit vendor.
Oh.
Yeah. Any thoughts on episode 1? Final thoughts?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that was my only like I said, that was my only nitpick. Was that, but yeah. No, other than that, I mean, I liked the pacing. I liked how quick it was, like fast paced it was, and it did very well as a first episode to kind of set the scene for what we're going forward with, right? So,
yeah. I feel like a lot happens in that 30 minutes.
Yeah, it does. It's like, okay, a bank heist, police chases, like we meet all these characters, but it doesn't feel.
There's 2 chases in the first episode.
Yeah.
There's 2 sequences where Maul is whipping around his lightsaber.
Well, wait, is it this episode or the next one?
Well, there's the beginning there's the heist chase, and then there's the chase from the meeting. Those are 2 different chases in this episode.
Oh, right. No. There's another chase in the next episode.
Yeah.
Because I was like, when does the other old Jedi come in? But that's the next chase.
Yeah, there's a third one.
Mm-hmm.
like right away.
Yeah.
And then
that's cool too.
Yeah, like we introduce the Jedi, they're arrested, they're involved already. By the end of the episode, it's very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to chapter 2, Sinister Schemes, the stupidest of all the names. Maul, it just sounds like something a 10-year-old would come up with. Maul seeks to enlighten his new prisoners while Lawson pursues him. Is he really trying to enlighten what's his name?
I wouldn't say he's trying to enlighten him. I think he's trying to enlighten her.
Yeah, her. But it says prisoners.
Yeah, I would
here.
say prisoner, but yeah.
Yeah.
Because like he's just holding Vario until he gets what he wants.
That's right.
He doesn't need to be enlightened.
He's not enlightened. I mean, he does a little bit where he like levitates the thing over his head.
Right.
I guess you could say that's some enlightening.
Yeah.
About his powers. Anyway, the directors Brad Rao, Saul Ruiz, written by Matt Michnovitz, Amanda Rose Munoz, and this is only 24 minutes, and with credits probably closer to 20, or 22.
Mm-hmm.
There's something to be said about like holding yourself to that same like 22-minute format that the old Clone Wars had.
Yeah.
And like challenging yourself to stay under it, but also that 1.5 hour Bad Batch opening premiere is pretty cool. So
yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Both work.
I don't know what to tell you. All right, so we started Police HQ. Straight to the title card, which we didn't really talk about last episode, but pretty cool. We got this like heartbeat like drumming, which is very cool. Like it's fire flaming and like crossing out with blackness. It's just all very like angry and moody, angsty. And I guess if you're describing Maul, those are words you could use to describe.
Absolutely, yeah.
Anyway, we pick up moments after the end of the last episode. I do like when we do that. We don't we don't need to wait around. This is like literally, I don't know, a minute, 2 minutes later. We get this really cool shot of the camera like pulling back up as this ladder that they're going down, as they're like defending. It's really cool. Maul is at the top. He's using his lightsaber to like deflect the blaster bolts.
Yeah.
And his team is beneath him on the ladder, and the cops are above them.
Yeah.
And so they're going down, but the cops are worried about hitting Devin, so they're like they need to be careful. I also like how Devin is like struggling too. She's like, she doesn't want to be involved in this.
No, she's trying to like get away, but like get away from the kind of the cops and these guys. But
she does manage to wiggle free, and she makes it to a wall, but she's stunned right away. Love to see the stun blaster setting.
Did the droid stun her? Was it the
Was it Spybot?
I'm really sure it was Spybot.
It's either Spybot or one of his acolytes that does it.
Yeah.
Maul does this cool backflip thing off the ladder.
He just like falls backwards.
You get this like reaction shot to like Captain what's his name?
Lawson,
and and he's like, what the heck? He's like, whoa.
Yeah.
You're like, what the heck?
What the
Who's
fuck?
doing backflips off ladders? That's crazy.
Yeah.
What are we dealing with here?
Still not calling the ISB though.
Yeah, no. Why would you?
Yeah.
Again, we don't want the feds involved in our. This is our case.
After your precinct was broken into.
Yeah. By the way,
prisoners were stolen.
we get that like speech in a little bit, and it's like, that shit's crazy. Anyway,
Yeah.
they escape on speeders. Two Boots commandeers a garbage truck to chase after them, which is fun. And then we're already into another car chase. This is the third one already. Maul's transport, as I mentioned before, is very cool here. It's like smashing through stuff.
Yeah, it's got like a battering ram type thing. Like,
yeah.
or like not like a battering. Is it like what is it called? A cow catcher? Where it's like
is it for catching cows? You catch
no,
the cows?
it's what you call.
I know the thing at the front that
on
like,
the front of a train. They call it like a cow catcher
like
or something.
Scoop stuff away.
Yeah.
Or like the things at the front of like a police car that like for ramming stuff.
Yeah.
Maul's team uses like a rocket launcher on one of the like pursuers. It's like a shoulder launched RPG. It's like really badass.
Yeah.
The chase continues, but Master Iko Diodaki
so cool.
intervenes to disrupt the getaway, causing Maul and his team to crash.
Yeah, he like flips their car.
It's super fucking cool.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, like
and first you get him doing like the superhero landing where he lands and like
with his staff
breaks into the concrete. It's like, wow, that's badass. At first it appears there's gonna be like a standoff between Maul and Master Daki. Like he's like, oh, he recognizes him as a Jedi, not like him personally, but like as a Jedi.
Yeah.
Right? And but the police arrive on the scene and Daki's like, I'm not getting again, this is another situation where, okay, your Padawan has been kidnapped, you know that.
Yeah.
You have the opportunity to do something about it, and instead of doing that, you go and help these civilians.
Well,
but
Maul knows that. He does it on purpose because he clocks, Jedi. He's like, this is all I have to
easy.
do. Yeah, he knows them well
easy
enough
mode. All I have to do is break this bridge.
Yeah, all I have to do is threaten a bunch of innocent people.
Right.
And, so, like, that's one thing that I do love about Maul is, like, his level of, like, fuckery with the Jedi and, like, how he definitely plays to their weaknesses of, like, how he knows.
I think that he does respect the Jedi to some degree.
No, he does, but he's just like, I'm not gonna fight this guy. I know if I crash that bridge,
I can exploit their weaknesses.
Yeah, he's not gonna be a problem.
Right.
Like he's like, you kind of got to divide and conquer at this point. He's like, well, I've got the cops and this guy, but I know for a fact he's gonna help the people first.
Right.
So.
And so he has they have this little stare off.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, all right, well.
Yeah, and he pulls the thing down.
Yeah, he's like, crash this bridge instead.
Devin does try to escape, but she gets grabbed by the Mandalorian with the like grappling hook thing, which is cool. I guess we don't really think about it, but like, or some people do, or we have in the past. The Mandalorians, their armor is designed to like fight Jedi and stuff, so it's like
it's super strong.
When you employ it in this manner, where it's like, oh, we have a Mandalorian who needs to like keep this Jedi a prisoner. It's like it's super effective against them.
Yes,
so that's cool. Maul uses the Force to break the nearby bridge, causing a distraction so they can escape. Master Daki stays to help the bridge. Brander, Captain Lawson, notices him. Brander, by the way, weird name.
Brander,
yeah. Brandy and Brander. Brandon notices him, but he disappears like very Batman style.
Yes.
Or he like looks away for a half a second.
Yeah.
I like how at first he's like, oh, this old man is like not
like,
well.
Are you okay?
And then he says, as he like drops the bridge, he like connects the dots. He's like, oh, that old man was holding up the bridge.
Yeah.
and then he's like, and then he's gone. And then he's
gone.
Like, that's cool.
He kind of clocks like, oh shit, that because he would know who Jedi are. If obviously you've seen laser swords. So
yeah, but he doesn't. They don't wear a shirt that says I'm a Jedi.
No, of course not. But he's just exactly. But yeah, I do like that he kind of clocks that too.
Yeah. So the next day, Captain Lawson and his team wonder why Maul would take Devin. They're like, why would we go after her? They haven't connected that dot yet. That would be the biggest question mark. It's like,
like why did you take that girl?
It's
like,
if I was a cop and I was in his situation, my first instinct would be to say they wanted a hostage.
That's what I would
for the
assume
escape,
too. Yeah,
right?
That's exactly.
But
what
then
I
why
assume.
didn't they let her go when they had the opportunity when they were already gone?
Yeah.
But again, unless they want the leverage, and then I guess they don't really get a chance to get into this because they're interrupted by his boss. I guess very cliche captain, like detective and captain like meeting here, right?
Like, look at all this damage you caused.
Yeah,
like, look at all the chaos.
Yeah, exactly. The mayor's gonna have my head for this.
Yeah.
Anyway, so cliche list of outrageous things that happen in a police case.
Yeah.
Attack on government and civilian targets. Abduction of 2 prisoners, including a known crime boss, and they don't mention this, from the police headquarters.
Yeah.
So, like, it's fair to say, like, if this happened, it would be, like,
Huge.
national news.
Yeah. Oh,
you know?
yeah.
I do like that what we're dealing with here does feel like it's not the run. It's just like this isn't just a regular day for these people.
No.
So this does feel like an extra special type of case.
Yes.
But she does seem to be an understanding type of boss because she's like, listen, the governor's breathing down my neck about this. I do like the reference to a governor. That's an imperial title.
Yeah.
And like he's like, if he gets nervous, he's gonna call in the Empire for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, again, my suspicion is that they're already aware.
Yeah.
At some level.
Yeah.
They
probably know that some of this is, but they don't know Maul's involved is part of it.
Also,
it's like, okay, it's crime boss stuff,
right.
Whatever. We don't really care.
But again,
let them clean it up.
They did find that ISB file, and it's like, I feel like there's got to be like warnings on that. So anyway, if I were her, I'd be like, this, we need you can't be just 2 guys working on this case.
Yeah.
Like, where's the task force, you know?
Okay, but this is the funny thing, because in one of the comics about Lawson, he gets in shit because him and Two Boots go into Demas's, like, he has this bar, and he has all these, like, crazy not animals, but like different really dangerous venomous things that he lets fight and lets people put bets on, yada yada
sure,
yada,
like
right?
Cockfighting.
Like in the back, right? But all this chaos happens, and then like whatever, Lawson almost dies, and Two Boots and whatever has to save him, but then his boss is like, Kay, you have to stop just working alone. Like, it can't just be you and Two Boots all the time.
Right.
So she gives him a team, but then there's like a mole on the team, and like all this
it's a whole
kind
thing.
of stuff.
So no, okay, so
right?
maybe that does explain it a little bit, but
yeah,
it
so
does feel funny here.
So like there is kind of like a history of Lawson
being
of
like a lone wolf.
Oh yeah, and her being like, Kay, like, you gotta fucking cut it out. Like, get some help. But
just.
But then part of him being like, well, what happened last time? Like, that guy was a rat and almost killed everyone. So.
Yeah. I mean, you could have said that. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's just like, just like solve it, like get it over.
Yeah.
With. Back at Maul HQ, Devin is treated by the Mandalorians. I like how he's like, the Mandalorians, they're experts at combat injuries.
Combat industry.
It's like,
yeah,
of course they would be. Yeah. Rook wonders why Maul didn't kill Vario. Maul knows Devin is so he doesn't kill Vario because he feels like he can still be useful. And he's like, if he proves not to be, I'll just kill him then.
Yeah.
I
think he's like not worried about.
Yeah,
Vario.
no, he's not worried about it all. He's like, why do you keep talking about Vario? It's not important. Just do your job.
Yeah.
Maul knows Devin is a Jedi and wants to use her as a weapon, and like he does this whole thing where he like lays out his plan, like very like
straight
mustache twirly, like, I'm going to carve her into a weapon against my enemies, including the most obvious one, Darth Sidious. And then Rook is like, Sidious, yes, perfect. That's I too want revenge. And then she's like, but she's a Jedi. How did she survive? Little does Rook know that like so many Jedi survived Order 66. It's more like the ones who died. It's like, how did you get taken down so easily?
Yeah. At this point.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, it's often like, to be fair, it is often the Jedi Masters sacrificing themselves to save their Padawan.
To save the Padawans. It's it seems like it's a lot of Padawans and like, you know,
the odd
Jedi. Undercover oldie that was kind of not really in action as much anymore. Yeah. But like all the ones that were actively involved in the Clone Wars.
They're all dead.
Yeah.
Except for obviously Kenobi.
Yeah.
And Yoda. And I guess the spirit of Qui-Gon Jinn is still around. So they ask, I like how, so I will admit, I'm like this episode a little bit more because Maul starts playing like these psychological games with Devin, and it's really cool. So he's like, who are you? Like asking her. He's like, I'm a prisoner. Like he's testing her, right? And he's like, if that's what you want to believe. It's like this this like parent logic stuff, which it's like, it does feel a little like forced, but it's fun. She's escorted into the cell that's like crafted from this like old storage container mechanism thing. He has this great line. He says, "You have been indoctrinated since you were a child. Now you must adapt."
Yeah.
again, testing her. But, like, you also were indoctrinated since you were a child.
Yeah.
So, like, who are you to talk?
But he knows that. That's why he's saying, like, I've adapted. Now everybody else has
no
to
longer a pawn.
adapt. Yeah.
I'm my own man.
That's his whole beef.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just there's something about the way that Maul deals with people, especially Jedi, where it's always like he speaks in these very like grandiose ways.
Yeah.
And sometimes it sounds very silly.
I think that's part of the reason why I like him so much, because he's always kind of not speaking in riddles, but it's like he speaks in a way of it's just like
it's very matter of fact, but like
it's
but
like,
big
I know
picture
more than
ideas.
you, and you got to just figure it out, and I'll let you figure it out. But it's like I don't know.
It's
he's
like
are
you smart enough? Are you smart enough to figure it out?
Yeah,
because I'm the smart one.
These are my riddles 3.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd be a great troll.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're back at we meet Bradner's son, Brandner. Brandner.
You spell that right.
Bradner. I have it different on both ways.
Brander.
Here. Is it Brad? No, it's not
No.
Brander. It's Bradner, right?
No, it's Brander.
Brander. Why have I been saying it with an N then? Okay, hold on. I'm going to double check here.
Bradner is a stupid name.
I agree.
Yeah.
Where is it? Brander.
Yeah.
Brander. Yeah, the N is in the
it's
wrong
like Brandon,
place.
but with an R.
Yeah, okay, I got it. We're good. Anyway, Brander's house. He's also drinking coffee again. He's on his way home.
Looks like he hasn't slept in days.
How many days has it been? 2 days?
I don't know, at least 1.
So he's a single dad.
Most of this happened. Yeah, it kind of seems like split parents.
Single
the kid
dad
asks to go see his mom.
Where do you think his mom is?
I don't know.
Coruscant or something?
I would assume another planet, but
I too would assume that.
Yeah.
Because
it seems like it's a bigger deal for him to go visit her. Like that's why his dad's like, "Well, I'll wait till I can go," because it's.
Yeah, I mean, so this is another cliche, right? Which is like this single,
the cop
like
that
this,
works too hard.
Yeah, well, the parent that's like only cares about work, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then like the kid feels abandoned.
Yeah.
And so
it's like you missed my lacrosse game.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna do
Space lacrosse.
Now I'm gonna do crime because I'm gonna act out.
Yeah.
And so like, I feel like that I've seen a mazillion times. It's like, oh. Cops,
it's
kids.
always specifically with cops too. It's like they lose their wife because they're too focused on work and they bring their work home.
And then their kid is like, they get caught up with the wrong crowd because they feel like that's the only people who care about them.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've seen that a lot of times. If that's what happens here, I don't think I'll like it. I just think it's like it's too it's too obvious, I feel like. So I hope that it's not that straightforward. Although it does sound like the kid likes two boots, like knows two boots, and so that's cool. And whatnot, but like not a great relationship, it seems like. He's like, I promise I'll take vacation soon.
Yeah, and then he gets called immediately.
That's same this is my last job.
It's like you say that all the time.
Yeah, I've heard that before. So they make a note about his house in the like little tidbits article where he's like he's got like food boxes, he's got like pizza boxes and like and like takeout all over the place.
Yeah, like it looks like he just leaves the kid money to like order in and
well, it's because he's too busy to cook anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So police headquarters, they can't get info on the Shadow Collective. They don't know anything yet. Two Boots still wants to call on the Empire. I think that's up to 4 now. I think we're up to 4 times.
I think at this point, though, he's correct. Like he's like, this seems a little out of our depth.
The thing is, if they know anything about the Empire, they would know that never to have them involved in anything.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
yeah, that's true.
Maul HQ. They release Vario, who is then immediately pushed down a set of stairs, and it's very funny. Anyway, Maul threatens him. He like hovers that like massive credits, and we know how big that killed what's his name in
Nemo?
Nemec.
Yeah,
it killed Nemec in Andor.
Yeah, they're heavy.
Yeah,
well, it's like just bars of metal.
Yeah,
bars of gold,
something like that. It's unclear. It's credits.
Yeah.
Something. The plan is for Maul to disrupt.
They call it money at some point.
Get the money.
Yeah, get the money.
She says that really cool, though. I won't lie. I thought that line was very cool.
Yeah. I was just like, weird that they called it money.
Yeah, in that scene when she's like, get the money.
Yeah.
One of the Zabrak says, as you wish.
Ah.
And I'm going to be honest. There is, I feel like, almost no legit, in the real world, very little times where people would say, as you wish, completely earnestly.
Yeah.
To anything.
Yeah.
As you wish. My boss said something, and I was like, and I heard someone say, as you wish, and completely earnestly, I would, like, throw up in my mouth.
Well, it's very,
like,
bad guy,
it's
villain,
very,
like, I don't know. It like
henchman.
It's master, like a way you would talk to your as you wish master.
It's very, it's very henchman coded, but, like, I guess it's kind of like if you were talking to a king or queen or something that, too, you might say something like that. But again, it's like, there's not a lot of that in the real world these days.
No.
So it's like, I just thought it's interesting. I don't know. Anyway, so the plan is for Maul to disrupt the spice shipments by the Pikes, because Vario was like protecting these or arranging these shipments.
Right. That's always what the Pikes are doing.
Yeah. All they care about is
just spice.
It's just spice cure. You want spice here, you got to take it over there. It's like, it's never good
simple
enough.
With them.
The spice must flow.
Yeah.
The Pikes will assume it was Vario that messes them up, and they'll use that opportunity to bait Krim. We don't know who Krim is yet, but I guess he's a Pike boss. Seems like a good enough plan. Kind of going up the ladder, right, of your kill list. Somewhere in the Janix underground, Brander meets with his with an old contact. Again, maybe this character is introduced in a comic book somewhere. I don't know.
She might be. I can't remember.
Rena Sewell. I love that the elevator droid like laughs at him as he like. First of all, there's an elevator droid, which is fun, and then he laughs at him, which is very good. Anyway, so she knows his kid, and they go back to some event on a planet called Catalor.
That's the one. That's the comic I was telling you about, because that's when he brings up basically the guy that traitored them or backstabbed them. So they're like, he's like, and they say the guy's name or something.
Oh yeah, well they're like, that was a real double cross.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that's a reference to something that happens in a comic. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
That's cool. I like when the show references the comic and not the other way around.
Yeah.
He wants info on the Shadow Collective, so she kind of like lays out a few details. Based on Mandalore, boss named Maul, merged the Pikes, Crimson Dawn, and the Black Sun. He vanished after the war, was captured by Ahsoka. The Syndicate's disbanded. So we have another timeline. So he had already established a syndicate back then.
Yeah.
It fell apart.
Yeah, when
Maul, in the power vacuum of Maul disappearing. But it's like, if you think about it, he didn't really disappear for that. Like, he wasn't captured for very long. So, like, what was he doing for those 2 years?
I think it's just, I don't know where necessarily he was after he escapes that ship. Like, we don't really know how far he can actually get with that ship that he takes.
I think a Y-Wing.
I don't know which one he took, but yeah, like, I guess it's one that did it have hyperdrive?
Yeah, he takes off. I think he could go wherever he wants. I mean, obviously he has to go recruit Rook and like his Dathomiri brothers and.
But I would assume that when Order 66 happens, and the Empire comes about, and all this shit happens on Mandalore, that these crime syndicates are like, fuck this shit. Like, we don't want to be.
Yeah, no, I get them pulling out. What I'm saying is, I don't understand why it takes Maul 2 years to like come back for revenge. Because like,
who knows?
He's then
got to build himself back up.
I guess he's kind of taking stock of like the new landscape, the Imperial landscape. He has to find his
might
allies.
Be in hiding a little bit.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to be like captured super early again. They think he's dead, so they want to use. He wants to use that to his advantage. I suppose there's some story reasons why you'd want to do that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He vanishes after the war. Syndicate disbands, which they preferred because they probably didn't like being under the thumb of Maul.
No. Well, because you remember how he like goes into Black Sun, he just cuts off everyone's head.
Yes.
And then he's like, well.
I'm in charge now.
Yeah. And the guy's like, okay, you made your point. I guess
I do.
so.
I do remember that. That's fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, obviously they probably don't love that. But it's also like pot calling the kettle black a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
So whatever.
Oh, of course.
Rena connects the dots to Vario and Demas, who I guess had a deal with him. We already knew that for some degree, but now he's learning it, and so the character's catching up behind us. And then I like the line where it's like, well, I assume it didn't go so good.
Yeah.
Considering Vario is missing and Demas is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's trying to figure out like what's going on, like what's the motivation? You think it's revenge?
Yeah.
And she doesn't really give a straight answer. She just says, "I sleep good knowing I never made a deal with Maul."
Yeah.
Right. And then he's like, "Okay, thanks. Anything else?" He's like, "Well, I'm free for dinner."
Yeah.
Which is really fun.
I think these two have a little bit of a
you think?
flirtation.
But also, like,
whatever
if you're a cop, can you really date an underworld?
I don't know. It says whatever you call them, CI, confidential informant.
Yeah. Also, it seems like certainly a massive conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest. Yeah.
Yeah. But people fall for people who they fall for. What are you gonna
do?
Yeah. Maul HQ. Devin wants to leave. Speaking to Maul, she says, "I want to leave now, but clearly that's not possible." Maul says, "If that's your point of view, and if I may be so bold, that greatly concerns me." That's maybe my favorite line from the whole 2 episodes.
Yeah. Like he's been basically straight up telling her, like, you should be smarter than this.
He's like, "Yeah, you're dumb."
Yeah.
And if you're this dumb, then like I have no need for you.
Yeah.
Right. Which is good. It's like it's smart writing. I like it. I like that. If I may be so bold, it feels very like genteel.
He's basically just been like, use your head.
Like, yeah, like come on, be smarter.
Like I know you're better than this. Yeah. Try a little harder.
But I think maybe she's like, I don't want to reveal like myself to you.
Yeah, that's true. But he already knows. He's like, I know you're a Jedi.
Yes, but she's like, I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of proving him right.
Right.
He says, I can show you a pathway to a power that Jedi didn't teach you.
Which
is like, boy, have I heard that one before.
Yeah.
Were you also at the opera?
Yeah. Some
not
may consider
from a Jedi. Yeah. Anyway, so she says, I can hold my own. And he's like, I'm sure that's true, but times have changed. What does it mean for you to be a Jedi, a guardian of peace and justice in a time of lawlessness? And to be honest, again, this is another like top tier. That's why I write the whole thing down. Another top tier line for me, because it's like, this is a direct question, not necessarily maybe to her, but to her master, which is to say, this is not the Republic anymore.
No.
You're dealing with a different world. So what does it mean for you to be a Jedi in a world where you are not only hunted for doing those things, but also to be a guardian of peace in this time of lawlessness? It's like, this is a criminal age.
Yeah, like there's no peace for you to guard.
The government is criminal. Everyone who backs it is in some way a criminal.
Yeah.
And then there's like the straight up criminals who are benefiting from it.
Yeah.
So you have to choose as a Jedi what does it mean to be a Jedi in that time? Now his perspective is abandon the Jedi entirely and follow me.
Yeah.
There's a middle road in there that's like, being a Jedi might mean something different now.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean turning my back on my principles and becoming, and joining the dark side, whatever.
No.
She does, she's got a backbone. She says, I still believe in those principles. And Maul always with a snarky answer. He says, if only there were more like you, perhaps things wouldn't be the way they are today. And to be honest, it's kind of true.
Yeah.
If Anakin wasn't such a bitch, we would and was a little bit more willing to stand by his principles, we wouldn't be in this mess.
That's true.
So, and I you know what? I could even like the headcanon of like, he's literally talking about Anakin right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he knows about that whole thing.
Knows,
and it's like, he doesn't necessarily, like, it's generic, but it's like, I like the idea that, like, no, that's what he's thinking about. That's fun.
Yeah.
Anyways, she knows who he is. She's like, I know what your whole deal is. Maul says, I'm not the villain. It's not as simple as good and evil. And I think this is like a premise for the show.
Yes.
Right? It's like, you're going to have to find a way to like be rooting for these people in some way.
Yeah.
They might not be traditional heroes. I don't think they're setting up Maul to be an anti-hero.
No.
Certainly not yet. But and maybe there's room for like her to like rub off like her good side on him a bit.
Yeah.
If he does take her, well, he is going to take her under his wing, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I think the show is saying like, hey, it's not all black and white in this Imperial world. And
it's kind of like the whole like Saul's character too, right?
Well, opportunist. It's just like I feel like it's one thing to be an opportunist and say like, hey, this new status quo presents a lot of opportunity for making money in crime. It's another to be like, I was literally your greatest enemy, and now I'm not your enemy, but I'm also the enemy of your enemy. So what is that like? And the enemy of your enemy is your friend.
Exactly.
Which is a little like, again, it's like almost that's too simple even for this. It's like this is like many shades of gray.
Yeah.
You could argue that this concept, and if the show is really committed to it, is maybe a learning that they took from Andor to say like, hey, Andor was so critically and like just generally adored by everyone who watched it, with very few exceptions. That show's whole thing is shades of gray.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we are very used to the black and white world of Star Wars. Even Bad Batch is very black and white. There's some shades of gray, but not really.
No.
And this is much more shades of gray. So it's like I think that's fascinating. It's like, and if that is a lesson that they took and like embodied for this show, whether that's just me making that connection or not doesn't matter. I just think it's fascinating to look at it. So she's like, how can I prove we're on the same side? And she's like, again, well then let me out. And then I love the line reading here. By all means, Jedi, leave.
Yeah.
It's so good. Anyway, so he like
just
backs off and like gives her some space to like work on it. They're interrupted by Rook, who confirms that Bar's intel was legit. So above the planet, this is the first space shot of the whole series so far. We're 2 episodes in, basically the end of the second episode. We see the Pike ship. It's disabled and redirected by the spy bot to the nearest moon. Their comms are jammed. They can't call for help. I just like how this is like very like this is played with like we are in control. It's very cool.
Yeah.
It's played as like we are badass.
Mm-hmm.
You can't stop us. Look how cool and badass we are. And it's like, you know what? Legit, it is pretty cool because like
very competent bad guys. I like a competent bad guy.
Rook and her team approaching, and they're just like walking casually, and their Pikes are like freaking out. I just think it's like that's a fun dynamic, and they're like prepared to be boarded. But instead of Rook and everyone, it's Maul who they see first, who again hallway kills them all.
Yeah.
Which is again, it's like, oh, it really just. I know you keep writing yourself into this situation, but maybe we could see him use his lightsaber in another context, in a less obvious. We've seen this all before. Literally, the last time we saw him, he was doing in the Clone Wars. In the Clone Wars, he's literally that's the last thing he does is the hallway fight where he rips people apart without even his lightsaber.
Clones. Yeah, it's true.
Right.
Throwing doors and cutting people in half.
Yeah, it's badass. It's cool, but it's like, there's got to be more like tricks up your sleeve, right? Anyway, Rook steals the money. Again, calling it the money is fun. And then Maul threatens the last living Pike.
Mm-hmm.
The Pike says, "Your victory will be short-lived, like your once mighty syndicate."
Like how you saying that as he's holding him.
I know exactly.
Roof. Yeah,
pretty ballsy on this guy.
Yeah,
right. You'll die like what does the Vader say? You'll die unlike most others, bravely.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I know I butchered that, but it's like basically that same idea.
Yeah.
Everything that was yours is now controlled by Mog Krim. And I like Maul's line here. It's a little like snarky.
Yeah.
I'm sure you believe that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets killed.
Cut in half, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, badass.
They show it through the window, but
Yeah, it's like, just like, if you're just gonna, at this point, just show it, Just
I wonder if
just
they
give
can't because it's on Disney Plus. I wonder if there's certain things that they can't show.
But it's also
I
like,
don't know.
I don't know. Have you
I don't know
watched,
the rules.
have you seen the new Daredevil series? There's some pretty gory stuff on there.
No, I have not. But
Yeah, anyway. They could if they wanted, but I guess
Yeah,
it's
fair
an
enough.
animated show, so maybe fair enough. Any thoughts on this, like, scheme and how they pull it off?
it's just good.
Very efficient.
It's very efficient. Like I said, I like an efficient bad guy who can. I don't know. There's no bumbling. There's no things going awry. It's like right now he's very calculated and he's very on brand for Maul of just like getting shit done as fast as possible and the way he wants to.
There may not be a more efficient criminal than Maul.
No,
he just doesn't beat around the bush. Yeah. He's not interested in the games that people play.
No.
In like the underworld. He just like, I will kill you and take your stuff.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Literally. Yeah. For the most part, it's just like, unless you're useful to me, like, you're done.
Yeah.
It's
so it's like on some level it's like that's cool, but like if it's just like this every episode where it's like him going and killing another crime boss, it's like that might get old is all I'm saying. So we'll see.
I mean, I don't know. Kill Bill was a very popular movie, and that's basically what that is.
Yeah, it's a little bit more complex than that, I would say. Yes, that's a story of revenge. That's true, but there's a little bit more to it than that. We get this really quick scene of Brander to smooth jazz.
I liked this scene.
We've got the smooth jazz.
I liked the lighting in this.
Yeah, it's very noir.
Dark with the neon lights.
Yes,
yeah.
Very cool. And then he's being watched by Master Daki. So
was it raining? All you needed was rain.
I think it was raining. Pretty sure it's raining. There's neon. There's jazz. Yeah. What more do you need?
Yeah.
So I guess my assumption is that they'll like meet and have like some sort of conversation at some point.
Probably.
Yeah. Maul headquarters. This is the final scene. Once Krim is dead, you shall be free. He's talking to Vario, right? And so he's like, yeah, see, I did it. I did what you wanted.
Yeah.
Can't we be friends now?
Like, he just whines when he tells him that.
Right. And it's like, not quite yet. Not quite yet. So then he turns to Devin. He says, it's time for you to see what the galaxy truly is. It seems like a little weird thing to say to somebody before you walk away, but all right. Anyway, she sees this opportunity as an opportunity to escape. First trying to use the Force to open the door. It doesn't work. I love the sound of the doors, by the way, when they close it. They have that like sound that I like. It's cool. She falls back and slushes against the back wall, seemingly defeated, but the music starts to swell. This is her theme, by the way, which is quite nice.
Okay, yeah.
She spots a crack, so instead of opening the door, she pushes the whole unit back from the wall. Three-dimensional thinking. Think outside the box, literally, for Devin there. It's great stuff. Her music swells again, and as she escapes, it's mostly strings, this music, which is, I think, very fun. Mostly, it's been big horns for Maul, and then for the good side, it's strings.
But, I mean, obviously that wasn't a quiet escape.
No, I mean, he knows what
he's on. He knows.
It was all set up by him.
Absolutely, But
this whole thing is to like make someone feel like they are making these decisions on their own when he's really pulling the strings the whole time.
Absolutely.
Right? You did the same thing with Ezra.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, see, you come to me to ask for help when it was really that I pushed you in that direction in the first place.
Yeah, it's almost like he kind of slowly gains people's respect that way of like...
Yeah, I'm not going to make you do it, but like you will want my advice. And when you do, I'll be ready to give it.
Yeah.
And, because like the thing with the way he treats Ezra is like, Ezra can kind of like come and go as he pleases. He's not he's not
a prisoner.
He's not a prisoner. But it's kind of like, hey, isn't what I'm offering worth sticking around for?
Yeah.
You know? And so he's kind of done the same thing here. Really he's set the initial stage.
Yeah.
And so I think he'll be like, she'll be back.
Yeah.
You know? Anyway, we get this like her looking very triumphant and proud of herself. And then we cut to credits. Anyway, that's it. That's the first 2 episodes. Any final additional thoughts? Since we've already been recording for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I guess there's a little bit some preamble. It'll be about 2 hours.
Yeah, that's true. No, I mean, like I said, I do like that there isn't a lot of bumbling in this show so far.
Oh, it's all efficient coolness.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's a lot of action. It's quick pace.
It's like 90% action.
And I'm like, okay, and it's not a lot of like the character work has been quick. We get to know these characters very quickly. We get a sense of
them. I would like to know more about Devin. Like we don't really know much about. Like 2 episodes, we don't really know anything about her or her master. we get one scene with this captain and his kid. It's like,
yeah,
I guess that's like very shorthand. We're dealing with short episodes,
but
generally speaking, I would like some more character depth,
which I think we will get. Like going forward,
I hope so.
within the first 2 episodes, I feel like we got enough to kind of get a gist of what's happening.
It feels like all action exposition for 2 episodes, and I feel like that if we'll get old if that's all the show continues to be. So I would like there to be more
depth.
there.
Yeah, I think we will get that. But I think as we get to like have these conversations, or we see these characters have more conversations, we'll see more of that. So I'm just interested to see kind of where the rest of the story is going to go.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Next 2 episodes, let me just go back.
I guess we're off to fuck up some pikes next.
Maybe. Yeah, I think. Whispers in the Unknown, Chapter 3, and Chapter 4 is Pride and Vengeance. So, yeah, I assume we'll see some pikes over the next little bit, but there's more to it. Like, I think we need to see more from Devin here.
Yeah.
And we need to learn more about her backstory and all that stuff. So, and that is really where, again, that's where my heart is, but the show has still an opportunity to win me over into other elements. We'll see. Anyway, we'll be back next week with more of that on the main show feed. I'm going to try to connect with Matt sometime next week to do a classic news episode, all things TV and movies related. And then next week, if we get an opportunity, hopefully, and maybe the episodes aren't, maybe 2 24s or something, we can touch on some of the Star Wars news.
Yeah.
And that's it. So we'll be back next week. But until then, may the Force be with you.